What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about the Top 5 albums of 1999. We've made it through the 90s, guys, finally, and man, what an amazing year in music history. I know I say that all the time, but this one really was special and really hard to whittle down to just 5, but I think I did it, so let's get right to it. At number 5... The Battle of Los Angeles by Rage Against the Machine. Such an incredible album. I think their best, which, I mean, a lot of people think their debut was the best, but this is really the pinnacle of everything from Zach De La Rocha's lyrical content to his vocals, just unreal. And then Tom Morello, man, just a wizard of the guitar on this thing. Some of the sounds he gets out of it are just insane. The whole band was just on fire from the opening of Testify, going straight into Guerrilla Radio, and then all of side A is just incredible. Calm Like a Bomb, Mic Check, Sleep Now in the Fire, and then you've got some great gems on the B-side like New Millennium Homes. Just incredible grooves and so tight, the grooves that are generated by Tim Comerford and Brad Wilk. Just incredible, and that is just at my number 5. So now at number 4... Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Ooh. Play by Moby. What an album this is. And of course, Moby, this was my introduction to him as an artist. And he'd been making albums actually, but early 90s. I can't remember how far into this discography this is, but this is the one that hit big, and for good reason, because I mean, it's almost like a genre unto its own, because he's mixing these old blues samples like "Oh Lord, it troubles so hard" with these like trip hop beats, and then strings and guitar, like these just epic and lush soundscapes on songs like Porcelain and Why Does My Heart Feel So Bad. Just incredible songs. And then you've got like some real techno bangers like Body Rock and South Side, and just all over the place. And Moby sings on his own on a couple tracks, but I think the ones that are the most hypnotic and staying are those ones that he's sampling all these like old blues records that on first listen it feels a little repetitive, but the more you let it seep in, you're like, this is unlike anything else in a good way. And I think it has a lot of staying power. I saw him live in 2002, I think it was, and just an incredible show. Very loud, though, made my ears bleed. Not so cool, but still an amazing artist nonetheless. And that's just at number 4. So now at number 3... When the Pawn by Fiona Apple. Of course, the whole title is this long poem that's on the album cover if you look closely. But man, what an amazing album. I think this is the best of her career. What a sophomore album to come right after Tidal. Every single song on here, from On the Bound all the way through to I Know. I mean, you've got lovely, tender ballads like that one. You've got Paper Bag. What an amazing, catchy song. Then you've got some really like anger-driven songs like Limp and Get Gone. Of course, you got Fast As You Can, which is a great single off this album. I love how, her piano skills, of course, are incredible, but everyone playing on this album with her is so good as well. The production by John Bryan, incredible. I wish he had produced more of her stuff after this, because I think this, like I said, is the best album she's ever done. And man, the songwriting here is just incredible. Heart on Your Sleeve, just amazing stuff that we can all relate to. Beautiful record, and that's just my number 3. So now at number 2... The Man Who by Travis. Yet another great sophomore smash here, and another one that's produced by an amazing producer, Nigel Godrich of Radiohead. and Beck fame. But man, just the production on here is really what makes this album, because a lot of these songs seem very simple on their face, but just so melodic. I mean, Fran Healy, man, I think one of the best melody writers of this new millennium. Travis has so many good albums, but this is up there, probably my favorite, right up there neck and neck with The Invisible Band, which came right after this. But songs like Writing to Reach You and Driftwood and As You Are, like, there is not a bad song on this whole album. Plus they even have a great hidden track called Blue Flashing Light, which is very unlike Travis, a little hard hitting, but an amazing track as well. There's really no filler on here whatsoever. And yeah, if you don't know Travis, what are you waiting for? Check out this album. It is incredible Brit rock that's also I don't know, like, there were a lot of other bands coming on the scene around this time, like Coldplay, that were very just mellow, but also can turn it up to 11 when they want to. And Travis is one of those great bands. So that's just my number 2. Now at number 1. Agitas by Rún. I know I'm probably saying that wrong. By Sigur Rós from Iceland. Such an amazing album. And, you know, this band gets this a lot, and I get why. A lot of people call them pretentious. And, you know, on other albums, like the one that came right after this, which is just titled, you know, the 2 symbols, not apostrophes, I forget what they're called, like brackets, and no song titles. At least this album has song titles, even if you can't pronounce them all, like Vior Vel til Lofterasa, which is my favorite. Such an epic song that culminates in, you know, this beautiful strings mixed with him playing his electric guitar with a violin bow, with the drums going crazy. It's just incredible what these guys put together. You know, it's obvious why Radiohead were such big fans of them right off the bat and wanted to do things with them. But songs like, I can't say them all, Starlifur, Sven something, you know, a lot of these songs were used in films like with The Life Aquatic by Wes Anderson, and, you know, Vanilla Sky, and so many other films. But there's not a weak song on here. Every song takes you to a magical place. I think towards the end of the album is the best stuff, like Olsen Olsen, and the title track is so beautiful. A lot of the songs take a while to get where they need to go, but and that's part of the beauty of this. It's like, it's an album that has to be listened as a whole, has to be experienced. And I'll never forget this, driving through the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee with, you know, literal fog just coming up from the mountains, listening to this album. It felt like I was on another planet, and it was just magnificent. And for that reason alone, I fell in love with this thing. But Sigur Rós is one of those bands that not every album hits the same way, but this one just, it got me, man. What can I say? I love it, and that's my top 5, and I'm sticking to it. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. What would your top 5 be? If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. I mean, again, this was a really hard year. There were a couple albums I was like, I can't believe I'm leaving off, like Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers, amazing album. Amy Mann's soundtrack to Magnolia, man, so much great stuff. Summer Teeth by Wilco, my God, what a year. See, I could have easily done a top 10. But guys, that's it for the 90s. We are going to, of course, I'm going to do my top 5 of the whole decade of songs and albums next month, so stay tuned for that. But guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, big countdowns, and so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.